welcome to Cheeky Crumbs. I'm in my new house and my new kitchen. I'm so excited. Once I'm more settled in, I've actually unpacked all of my boxes. I'm gonna give you a little tour because it's amazing. So today we're gonna be making this gorgeous chocolate Daim chocolate bar. Chocolate Daim chocolate bar, yes, I said it twice. I've actually been going to IKEA quite a lot, and in Italy that's where you can find the Daim chocolate bar, and I've become really obsessed with them. And so I thought to myself, I have to make this ASAP in my new kitchen. So here it is. Let's get started. What you're gonna need: 2 donuts, 100 grams of butter, 250 grams of sugar, 50 grams of corn syrup or glucose syrup, 75 grams of ground almonds, and 400 grams of milk chocolate. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is take some aluminum paper and a little mold. In this case, I'm just using a little Tupperware. And you just want to get the aluminum paper to become the shape of the mold. So just like that, you're gonna flatten the edges. And then you want to fold in the corners, just like that, so they'll get sturdier sides. And then just smooth it out, just like this. And you're gonna wanna make about 8 to 10 of these, depending on the size of your mold. In a saucepan, you want to put your butter, your sugar, and the glucose syrup. If you live in the States and you can find the darker corn syrup, you can use that. But here, we don't find it. And in my new house, I have a new induction hob, and oh, I'm so excited. So you turn it on and it makes a little noise. Oh. And you're gonna put it on low, medium heat, and this will start to melt and become nice and golden. Once it starts to boil away like this, you're gonna let it boil until it becomes nice and golden brown. And I would like to point out, because I'm very proud of my new hob, that I have little virtual flames, can you see? Because there are no flames, and it actually doesn't really get hot either, so you can actually touch it up. And exciting! Once it starts to go light brown, just like this, you're gonna take it off the heat and add in your ground almonds and stir those through. Now we wanna go back on the heat for about 3 to 4 minutes. And you make sure you don't burn this, because that will taste horrible if you do. So it needs to go brown, but not dark brown that it's black and burned. So now I've taken it off the heat. You need to work super fast because this will set instantly. So you take a spoon and you pour some in, and you just want to try and flatten it out into your mold. It's quite hot, but as you can see, it's setting on the spoon already. So you need to work fast. So I've made all my molds. I have to admit, some of them I've made them a little too thick, because once I put it in, I just could not take it out. It becomes so hard, so fast. You can hear that. And it's been there for just like 1.5 minutes. So now you're gonna put these either in the fridge, or you can just leave them outside if they're already hardened anyway. And we're gonna melt our chocolate. So I've melted my chocolate. I've done this by putting in the microwave for 30 seconds, taking it out, mixing, putting it back for 30 seconds, and so on. But if you want, you can also do it over a pan of boiling water. It's fine. So now that it's all melted, you're gonna let it sit for about 3 minutes just to cool down a little bit. So once you can take your caramel out of your aluminum mold, you're just going to dive it into the chocolate, just like that, and we're gonna cover it with this absolute goodness. And then you wanna flip it over towards the concave part, so the part that was on top of the mold. And we're just going to get some of that chocolate out. And you're gonna let that drizzle a little. And then you're gonna place it on a tray with some baking paper underneath so that it can drizzle off any excess. And now with my excess chocolate, I'm just using my fork. I'm gonna drizzle little patterns on the top. So cute. And obviously, I kept the extra caramel that didn't fit in the molds, and I made little Daim bites. And obviously I've already tasted one, and I have to say they are incredible. They're so good. They actually taste very, if not identical to Daim, I'd say even a little better. You can now leave these to set in the fridge for a couple of hours so that the chocolate is nice and firm. So here they are, our super, super yummy homemade Daim bars. And they're super nice and crunchy on the inside and chocolatey on the outside, just like the original. Now I'm gonna taste one. Oh my god, it's so good. It's honestly really tastes like the original Daim. Like if you were to give this to someone in the little, maybe these little bites, I don't think they'd know it wasn't actual Daim. It's so good. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought and what you would like to see me make in my future videos. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!